Hey folks, Jeremy DeMerchant here, the sales strategist, and we are back. It's been a long time since I made one of these videos, but I've had some awesome people reach out to me and tell me that they really miss them. So I wanted to come back with a topic that's near and dear to my heart, and hopefully will have a really significant impact in your life and business. And the topic is selling with pressure versus passion. And far too often I've found that in many industries, but especially the coaching industry, a lot of people decide that they're going to sell with pressure. And they almost guilt you into making a purchase. Now, that's not my style. I'm not a pressure sales guy. And how often do you hear people say, I want to learn to sell, but I don't want to be salesy? Being salesy has a lot to do with selling with pressure. Now, you can have just as good of an effect, in fact, even better usually, if what you're doing is selling with passion. Okay? And selling from passion is coming from a place where you sincerely believe that what you're offering is going to have a positive impact on the people's lives or business that you're speaking to. So, what's the key difference? Well, when you sell with pressure, a lot of the times that approach is because you so desperately want the sale that you're willing to do whatever it takes. You know, you've heard the phrase, don't take no for an answer. Well, no is okay, especially in a space where you've got a lot of interaction with somebody after the purchase. If you guilt somebody into buying your product, especially like coaching services, consulting services, as soon as they start to have a negative feeling towards you, it's going to make your life miserable. You should never sell something to somebody that it isn't the right fit for anyway. So if you let go of that attachment, okay, don't be attached to the outcome. Then you give yourself permission to sell from a place of integrity. And those most effective sales come from a place of passion. And I'll give you an example. A couple weeks ago, I met a gentleman, and he's a super awesome guy, and he's running his own coaching business. And he's been doing it for a few years now, and things are going well, but he's ready to step up his game because he wants to provide not only for himself and his family today, but also prepare to provide for himself and his family in the future. So he wants to start generating more revenue so he can do smarter things with his money and have more options and give back to the community and all these things that we're all driven to do when we have that opportunity, when we have that wealth and that abundance. And we had a fantastic conversation. I got him into a strategy session, and we clicked. We got along really well, and I think he's the type of guy that is perfect to work with me. But at the end of the call, he wasn't 100% sure. And part of the challenge was his available cash flow. Now, I could have said, look, if you do the same thing you've always done, you get the same result you've always had, right? You hear all these lines. And although the lines aren't wrong, they're often used in the wrong way. Okay? The presentation of a statement like, if you've always done the same, or you continue to do the same thing you've always done, you continue to get the same results you've always gotten. Is that a word? Sure. Okay. Then, the use of that is designed to help somebody have an epiphany, have an aha moment. But most of the time, this is used to guilt somebody into it. So, shift your conversation, shift your sales focus. Because the truth is, instead of guilting somebody into buying something, the onus is on you, as the salesperson, to show them the value. If you cannot articulate the value to them, and they don't see where it fits in their master plan of their life, it's on you as a salesperson. Okay, it's not their fault that you're not doing a good job illustrating and demonstrating that value. But if you start to sell from a place of passion, right? You sincerely want to help somebody. That passion can do a lot to kind of hit that message home. And so in this example with the gentleman, he didn't say 100% yes in that first call. And so we had a few follow-up emails. And in the follow-up email, I said, look, it's completely up to you. And I used the words, no pressure. In my experience, there comes a point in every entrepreneur's life or business that they need to decide, are they happy with the way things are right now? Or are they really ready to go all in and really make a big shift? And there's no right or wrong answer, right? Whatever answer makes sense for you at the time is fine, because not everybody's in a position to go big right now. And you need to respect that. And being able to say that, and that was in an email. So, it's doing sales conversations through text, through email messaging, is much more challenging, because you don't get to share the passion as effectively. But planting that seed, saying, this is what I've seen, this is my experience, but then saying it's okay, no matter what you decide. Give him permission to make his decision. And if he decided he wasn't going to work with me, that's okay, because we still had a good rapport. Maybe now's not the right time, that's okay. And there would have been a good chance that he would have come back to me at some point. But what actually happened is, after that email, he signed up for one of my coaching programs. And so now we're working together, and I've got the opportunity to continue to build that relationship and help him take his business to where he wants to go. But if I come into that conversation with high pressure and tried to use guilt and played all those mind games with somebody, or with him, to try to get him to buy, one, he's going to feel like making the sale is more important to me than his actual success. Or he might think that it's all about the money to me. And to be totally transparent, we were talking about two of my programs. We talked about a digital program and my mastermind. Now, my mastermind is a big ticket sale. And also in that email, I said that this is where I really want to see you. This is the one that I truly believe is going to give you the greatest impact. However, if your financial situation doesn't allow you to invest at that level right now, then the digital program might be just what you need to bridge that gap and get you to that next level so that you can. And the result of that conversation was that he invested in the digital program, and then he went out within 3 or 4 days of starting to go through my digital training. He made 3 or 4 more sales. Bam, bam, bam. And because of the conversation we had, he then set that revenue aside and earmarked it specifically to be able to invest in my mastermind. That doesn't happen if you sell with pressure. That's exactly what happens when you sell with passion. So, let me know in the comments below. Do you prefer to sell with passion, or do you prefer to sell with pressure? Tell me why. And let me know what other information, what videos, what training you would like to see as relates to sales. I'm really itching to do a new webinar. I want to create some cool stuff around optimizing your sales process. But put in the comments below, tell me what you'd like to see, and I'll create something for you. And my goal is to make a huge impact. So I believe that businesses all over the world are struggling because they don't know how to sell. And I think that we can change those statistics around small business failure rate simply by helping people improve the way they sell. And a big piece of that is shattering all the limiting beliefs around what sales really is and what it should be. So I look forward to your comments down below, and I will respond to them all personally. And until next time, I want to remind you, get uncomfortable, get results. I'm Jeremy DeMerchant, sales strategist.